Hello YouTube and welcome into another part 0 video for our summer A&W challenge. Although, hey, isn't it almost December? Shut up, it's fine, don't worry about it. I am the Game Mechanic here with you as always, and today we're talking about Saladin of Arabia. And this ranking comes with a lot of caveats and disclosures. So, after we were done with the challenge, I promised the community that I would redo the rankings after having a healthy shake with everybody. Post Rise and Fall, just kind of getting comfortable with it. And Saladin is one of those leaders that has jumped considerably in my rankings. I'll talk about that a little bit, but I am going to kind of approach this from the perspective of what we've been doing so far, so as not to confuse too many people. So let's talk about Saladin. He's a very, very good. He is a faith through science sort of a civ, which is of course near and dear to my heart. As someone who very much believes in science. I don't know how people don't believe in it. Don't worry about it. So Righteousness of the Faith is a really cool ability and very unique. And this is one of the ones that jumped considerably in my rankings because this effect is not common. So the worship building for their religion. So that's your third tier building. You get your shrine, your temple, and then whatever you pick, whether it be watts or stupas or whatever. That particular building gets faith purchased for just 1/10 of the cost, and that's anybody following his religion. So that's kind of cool if you're following Arabia's religion and you're not Arabia. You might be able to pick that up pretty cheap. And then in addition to that nice little faith discount, it adds 10% to science, faith, and culture. Those percentage bonuses are very, very unique in Civ 6. They were fairly common in Civ 5, National College, things like that, was like an empire-wide like boost to science or something like that. They're very, very rare in Civ 6, which is why you tend to go wider, meaning having a lot more cities than in Civ 5. So the ability to add 10% science, faith, and culture doesn't exist all that much. It exists kind of with amenities, and it exists a couple other places, but it might be wonders, policies, things like that. But so that is a really, really unique effect. And I don't rank it super highly here because my original rankings were done with the mindset of like, if I just took that ability from that civ and would I start a civ with it? Would they be militaristic? What would they be? So that is something that I think is actually is very, very good. It does require you to build holy sites and then also both of those buildings. But then once you get to that point, it's a pretty substantial victory. We were able to actually, because of Righteousness of the Faith, we did a 1K challenge over on stream where we had 1,000 gold per turn, 1,000 science per turn, 1,000 culture per turn, 1,000 faith per turn, and 1,000 tourism per turn. And that is something we accomplished with Saladin, and largely due to that nice percentage bonus. So that's really neat. What else comes with Arabia? Well, you get the Last Prophet, which is a very, very unique effect. Like just getting a free religion is terrific, and that is essentially what happens. You won't get your first crack at it, but on Deity, that's usually not a big deal. Multiplayer would be a different story. But on Deity, all those religions are going to get snatched up, certainly by like the medieval age. And the fact that you just kind of guarantee one means you don't have to go right for a holy site and holy site prayers. You can continue to, you can do a normal beginning, go for a wonder, go for just some early expansion, things like that. So it's not as painful as with other civs to get a religion. So that's really, really unique and really, really good. And then a little extra science for every single city following your religion. So that's not huge, but it's cute and it's nice and it's free religion. I like free things. Mamluks are a terrific medieval unit. So they are a knight that you don't need iron for. That alone makes them quite good. They are not stronger than your typical knight, but they do heal at the end of every turn. This is a very, very strong unit. If you couple that effect with the scientist who grants extra healing, you get a really, really sustainable army. It's actually quite impressive the things you can do with Mamluks. And then finally, Madrasas. Madrasa is a unique university, and that is pretty neat on its own. Instead of 4 science, it's going to give you 5 science, so that's already kind of neat. And then it'll also give you faith equal to the adjacency bonus of the campus. So if you have a +3 campus, and then you get a university, you're going to start to get some free faith out of it. Those synergies are really, really neat. I actually don't play him with Jesuit education all that often, but I would imagine he'd be pretty darn good with it. And some of the reason that my rankings of him have come up are the addition of like Earth Goddess and pantheons where you want to get faith out of it anyways. Because my original thinking was like, hey, you really have to go out of your way to get this building that's then going to boost your science and culture. But at that point, do you even have science and culture? Whatever. But so overall, as a complete civ, very, very fun to play. You can get a religious victory if you want. You can do early war and then backdoor religious victory because you still get the last prophet. So you can kind of hold this as a win condition the entire time. And then a unique university is quite nice. This is, by the way, notable that this is in the culture tree, down where you get your temples typically. So a unique, you should be able to have access to that actually fairly early, especially if you go with the culture pantheon. So overall, Saladin actually quite a bit of fun. Ranked a little bit low in these ranks that we're doing for you guys. I'll eventually do a video with best of civs. And he'll certainly be on the list, at least for the religious ones. So this is a really fun game. We're definitely going to play with our Mamluks, and yeah, I think you guys are going to enjoy it. So thank you so much. If you are tuning into this video and you want to hear more about my new rankings, it is November 13th, 2018. Hop by the stream today. I'm doing a co-stream with another Civ streamer. We're going to be talking about our different ranks and things like that. So stop by twitch.tv/GameMechanic. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.